Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your boy Kenny, and this is Empire Season 4, Episode 6. And the name of this episode is Fortune Not Be Crossed. And I have to say, this was a really damn good episode. I mean, and the episode mainly focused around Hakeem's, paternity trial for the custody of Bella. But before I get started, let me first offer my love and condolences to everyone that was affected by the tragedy in Texas as well as Las Vegas, as well as the people that were affected by hurricanes Harvey, Irma, Jose, and Maria. If you can give any type of relief or any type of assistance to people that were affected by these tragedies, please do so, because our fellow man needs our help, and we definitely need to be there to support each other. So let's now begin with this review. The episode opens up, Jamal is in the studio, Warren's in the booth, and he's singing his face off. I mean, shout out to Terrell Carter, because that is one talented brother right there. I mean, he's singing his butt off, and it's the song, the duet that he and Jamal had auditioned with, for the 2020 spot, and they're the alphas. So he's working on the track with him. And Jamal was saying that, you should actually put you on the spot. But he's like, look, I'm not I can sing and everything like that. But, this is not my thing. This is your thing. And he's saying that, and Jamal's like, you're selling yourself short. You should get on the track with me. We can really make this hot. And I'm like, Jamal, he done got your nose wide the fuck open, because you have no clue who Warren truly is. And in all honesty, I think Warren is really starting to fall for him. And while they were kind of going back and forth, Jamal, pretty much gets a call and he has to leave because he has to go to Hakeem's hearing for the custody of Bella. And then we see Andre's meeting with this psychiatrist in his office, and he starts talking about Agent Pamela, the detective that he's been screwing, but she's also investigating, what happened, during that explosion in Vegas. And then next thing you know, Andre starts flying off the hinges. I can't stop thinking about her. I want to call her. I want to talk to her. I want to do this and I want to do that. And I'm just like, Andre, you are really and the thing about it is Andre just kind of had an episode. And then Andre gets, a text that he has to cut the meeting short because he has to appear in court for Hakeem. And then the doctor tells him, okay, well, here's a prescription. You need to fill this prescription before, while you're on your way to court. So I'm like, okay, he already passing out medicine. Something's kind of sketchy here. But it definitely comes to play later. Then we actually see Tiana Hakeem. They're at the house with Lucius and Cookie, and they're all, they pretty much all come in to, they pretty much all, go into the court. They're surrounded by paparazzi and everything, and we see Anika and Angelo's there, and I'm so going to dig in. I am so going to go off on Angelo because he pissed me off this episode. He really just showed how much of a bitch ass he really is. And in all honesty, I say Cookie dodged the bullet. Yes, she did. She dodged the bullet when she chose to say that she was still in love with Lucius, and that she couldn't marry Angelo. Because we already see Angelo is really, and he's really a little boy at heart, and we kind of saw him display this during this whole episode during the case. So pretty much the trial begins. They had both Anika and Hakeem on the stand, and it was so funny because when Anika was giving her statements or whatever, Cookie was just saying all kind of shit, when she was saying that and she's saying that, all I want is the custody of my daughter. And then, Cookie's like, yeah, and you also wanted Lucius' money and Hakeem's ding-a-ling. And then at one point she had called her a bitch. And she's like, well, it's kind of funny that you were with Lucius, because she's being cross-examined by, the Hakeem's lawyer, and he's pretty much saying, so you mean to tell me you were with Lucius, and then you end up having sex with his son, and then later on you end up pregnant by me. And she's like, it doesn't sound like, it's not really what it sounds like. And then Cookie's like, it sounds like you're a hoe. I was like, yeah, Cookie, get her ass. I was so here for it. If y'all see me sneezing, forgive me, guys. I actually have a cold right now, but I wanted to give you guys this review because I really enjoyed tonight, and I didn't want to disappoint y'all, so I wanted to give you something. But forgive me. Pardon me. All right, I'm back now. Okay, so we saw that go on. Then another thing we saw go on is that J Papa, who was a rapper, you know, on Empire, he actually left Empire, but now he's come back to sign with Empire. And if y'all remember J Papa, you know, I think it was season 2, that was the guy that and I think, yeah, he was in season 2. He was the guy that was actually dating Becky. And, you know, the one thing I can say about them, that they do have very good chemistry, but things kind of took a turn this time around because Andre was like, yeah, he wants to make a deal to come back, so we're going to work things out. And, you know, we actually saw that scene where, you know, Andre pretty much let it be known that, look, you know, when we saw Becky come in, Becky kind of stopped for a minute because it's been a long time since her and J Papa saw each other. And we definitely started to see that there was some tension there. So they pretty much make the deal and everything that, you know, he's going to come back as, he's pretty much going to come back, you know, as being an artist on Empire and all of that. And, you know, now he's kind of looking at Becky in a different way because now Becky's A&R. So, and pretty much Andre's like, you know, you're going to be responsible, you know, to, you know, overseeing his music. And also Sean was there too. And then he's like, Sean, what the heck you doing up in here? And he's saying that, hey, you know, I get the Holy Ghost every now and then. I was like, Sean is the best. But the good thing about it, though, is that him and Sean ended up going to the studio, and him and Sean actually had something good. And it was, and we actually know that that J Papa is very spiritual. But we already saw early on that there's still something there between him and Becky, because also he's like, it's good to see you, Becky. You A&R now. She's like, yeah. And you didn't believe I could do it, and yet I did. And next thing you know, we see he's working in the studio with Shine. You know, and it's a really beautiful rap. It's a really good rap song too, and it's pretty hot. The beat and everything is on point with it. Next thing you know, Becky comes in there and says, "Oh, I want to hear the whole thing over," and like so they hear it over. She's like, "Okay, yes, but I'm gonna need you to do this and need you to do that." And then all of a sudden, you know, J Papa starts kind of giving a lip back, like, "Yeah, it seemed to me that you just taking your little position a little to your head, like you really just got this big old ego." And then all of a sudden, you know, Becky's like, "Sean, I'm gonna need you to leave for a minute." And he was like, and then also Sean was like, "Oh yeah, I'll leave. I do everything nice. So won't you go in the kitchen?" And he's like, "Oh, you hungry? You want something to eat? You want me to get you something? Okay, well I'm about to go kitchen and kick something. So hurry the hell up." So I was like, Sean, in that little short moment, you just got me because he's like, "Yo, I'm trying to make some music and you just in the way with some personal shit." Because Sean knows that the two of them used to date, and also we know Andre knows too, because Andre's like, "Well, I hope you guys can stay professional about this," because he knows their history. So she calls him out. She's like, "First of all, I need you to come in here and talk to me. I'm not going to talk to you through the booth like I'm a bank attendant." So he comes out there and she's like, "First of all, you're going to respect my position here. You know, at the end of the day, I have to make certain calls, you know, when it comes down to the music, and I'm not going to let you get in the way of me doing my job." And he's like, "Well, you know," and then she's like, "Look, I know you A&R and everything, yeah." And she's like, "Yeah, I'm A&R, and, you know, at the end of the day, you wanted me to leave Empire to join you, and when I didn't want to do that, you dumped me, and you left anyway, but here you come crawling back, and all of that, and I'm letting you know, I'm A&R, you're going to respect that, and I'm not bowing down to you or anybody." And then all of a sudden, he worked that charm on it. He's like, I forgot how fine you look when you mad. And next thing you know, they got it up in the studio. I was like, okay, Becky, get your life. You know what I'm saying? I actually like that. You know, she got this, you know, young, hot guy that's into her. I mean, hey, big people need love too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Note to all of y'all. So, you know, ain't nothing wrong with a big person. I mean, hey, you get good loving and you also get breakfast in the morning. You better ask somebody. So, I thought that was cool. Now, going back to the case or whatever, we see that Cookie's on the stand, and, you know, she's being asked questions. You know, she admits about her being arrested and, you know, serving 17 years in jail, and she talks about, you know, her, you know, when she went to jail, Hakeem was a baby, but seeing him interact with Bella, you know, it touches her because she says she wished she could have been there for Hakeem at that age. And next thing you know, and then on top of it, wait, hold on. Did I miss something? I think I may have jumped too fast. Yes, I did. My bad. Scratch that. My bad. Okay, before Cookie got on the stand, we actually saw that Andre was on the stand. We saw Anika's sister on the stand. We saw Jamal on the stand. Anika's father's on the stand. And then we saw Tiana on the stand, and she talks about how much of a good father Hakeem is and how much he's very attentive, you know, to Bella, and that, you know, she's gotten close to Bella herself and that she really loves her. And next thing you know, this punk-ass Angelo gets up there and literally starts, you know, attacking her on the stand. And it pissed me off because this judge is supposed to be so hardcore, but she was allowing Angelo to do a lot of shit that a lot of judges would have called him out on. And many times she had to pull him back, but because of who he is and his stats, she allowed it to happen. And it really pissed me off. Because he literally started going after her, talking about they were drug addicts and that they had threesomes. And then he literally started getting in her face, and Tiana got personally, like he literally started getting in her face and was literally berating her. You were doing drugs, man. You were doing drugs. Tell the truth. I'm asking you. I'm like, yo. I mean, it made me so mad that I'm like, yo, I wanted to get up there and beat his ass. Because it was just like, dude, you are really bringing your personal shit into a place where a child is being involved, and you just making it about a penis swinging contest. Because even before the trial, Cookie was like, look, me and your mother had already made peace. Why don't you just end this? And he's saying, well, yeah, you know, at the end of the day, you know, it is what it is, but I'm not my mother. And then she was like, oh my God, your bitch assness is showing. And then he's like, and like Cookie just wasn't holding back. So after that happened, and this kind of pissed me off with Hakeem, because all of a sudden, you know, Tiana was really shaken up by that because he literally was bullying her on the stand. She was a witness, and you literally started going after her. And after they went on recess, Hakeem kind of went off on her, was like, why the hell you up in there, instead of like standing up and shit, you started crying like a little punk. You know, this is about Bella, and he was saying that, shoot, I'm not going to lose my Bella off the count that you can't control yourself on the stand. If anything, I should have dumped your ass when you decided to bring my mother to the airport when I was trying to leave with Bella to go to Cuba. And Tiana was like, I know you mad right now, but I can't believe you would say that to me. I love Bella, but since you kind of want to go this route, all right, I know in time you're going to come back to your senses and you're going to want to find me, but when you do, don't, and walk the fuck off. I was like, I ain't mad at you, Tiana, because he was dead wrong for coming at her like that. Because at the end of the damn day, you should have went off on Angela, because he had no, what he did to her was just pure meanness. And it's just really showing more and more how the Dubois get down. They are very, very dirty, and I'm going to get to it because there's definitely a lot more. Because at the beginning of the trial, the judge, Angelo told the judge that his mother was in I think the Sty or whatever. She was out of town. So the whole time, we thinking it's just Angelo running the show. So then, after all that goes down, we actually see that finally Cookie takes a stand. She talks about her 17 years in prison and pretty much everything I mentioned before, and about, you know, when she sees Bella and how Hakeem is attentive to his daughter, it touches her in a personal way because she wished she could have been there for Hakeem in that way, but Hakeem was a baby when she, you know, went to jail for 17 years. And then all of a sudden, when that happened, Angelo, after she gets cross-examined, then Angelo comes in with some personal shit, talking about, you know, you and Lucius are like the ghetto Bonnie and Clyde, and starts attacking her, talking about isn't it true that you guys, you know, use violence to get people to do what you want them to do, and how you muscle everybody, that you're very unscrupulous people and all of that. And also, you know, yeah, she attacked this and she attacked that, and they was like hearsay, like, but then she attacked me. You know, she jumped me and all of that, and then it was just like, dude, it's obvious you took on this case just to come at Cookie and the Lion family. It had nothing to do with Bella at all. And it just really just showed me how much of a disgusting piece of shit Angelo really is. And then he gets up in Cookie's face like, oh, you gonna beat me up now? Huh? She's like, if that's what you want, I'll give it to you. I was like, you better tell him, Cookie. Get his ass. Just like, dude, you're not even phasing me. It's just like he was just constantly throwing daggers every chance he got, you know, because he just wants to destroy the Lion family because he got mad that Cookie turned him down. And it's so obvious you're doing this shit because you're still in love with Cookie, but Cookie is not in love with you the same way, and you're bitter, and you're mad, and and on top of it, it just shows that you're weak as hell. And then additionally, the judge stopped him and she was like, your fangs are showing. So you know that this dude is doing some straight fuck shit, but you're allowing it to happen. So yeah, this judge was on some bullshit. Oh yeah, and then all of a sudden, you know, after they take recess again, they're outside talking, and then Lucius is like, look, we cannot allow him to continue to do this. He has been berating and belittling every person on the stand. Every one of us is one on the stand. He is trying to play this game. Let me put me on the stand. And, you know, Cookie's like, I don't know if he's fully back yet. I don't know if I want to do that. But then he asks Hakeem, what you want to do, son? He's saying that, yeah, I'm ready to do this. Like, yeah, I trust you, Pop. So he gets on the stand. And, you know, Angelo does the same thing, but I like how Lucius flipped it. Because Lucius was like, you know, he starts talking about all of his personal stuff, you know, how he used intimidation tactics to get what he wants, and how he even killed people and stuff like that. And he was like, I don't remember. He's like, oh, you don't remember all the things you've done? He's like, look, I just suffered from an explosion. You know, a lot of things I remember, but there's some things I don't. Now, after court, if you want to talk to me, we can do that. But I thought this trial was about Bella. I thought it was actually about, you know, the child. And it seemed to me it's being about everything else but Bella. And he said that, for one, I know Bella. That's my granddaughter. And if anything, Bella has helped me to remember all the great things in life. And I've actually seen my son with her. My son is a great father, and he has shown that he's dependable and that he's loyal. And also to top it off, you know, he's actually shown that he's a great parent. And I don't think that should be taken away from him. And on top of it, it should be about Bella and what's best for Bella's safety. It shouldn't be about us throwing daggers at each other. So he literally shut Angelo down, and I was like, yes, Lucius is back, y'all. And I was so here for it, because I was just really getting sick of, you know, Angelo doing all this punk shit. And it just goes to show you that, yeah, Warren was right when he pretty much was kind of calling him out that he's a bitch ass, because he is. And in this episode, he proved how much of a bitch ass he really is. So after that happened, we see that, you know, they go back on recess again. And this time, Hakeem is talking to his lawyer. He's saying that, well, we really don't know how it's going to go down, but, you know, you're still young and all of that. So if anything, he already was kind of like throwing in the towel, saying, like, I don't think you're going to win. So, you know, you young, you can make other babies. And Hakeem was not feeling that. Hakeem was like, you know, fuck this. This is my daughter, and I'll be damned I'm going to let myself lose. And what, you know, the lawyer who's supposed to be fighting for me, you ain't really doing your job, because your job is to win this case for me. And obviously, you already given me the indication that you done gave up. So I'm firing your ass. So he fired his lawyer and decided to represent himself. Cookie was like, boy, are you crazy? You trying to lose this case, huh? Are you really serious? But then, you know, Lucius gave the okay. He says, okay, I trust you, son. I trust your judgment, so let's see if this works. So they go back in the court. And we see the first person he calls on the stand is Anika. And he got Anika up there, and he broke Anika's ass down. He started asking her personal questions about Bella, and she couldn't answer them. What's her favorite song? What's her favorite stuffed animal? What's her favorite story? She like Three Little Pigs. That's wrong. That story scares her. And I was like, oh, like he literally let it be known. You up in here fighting for sole custody of your daughter, and you don't even know her. You really have not gotten to know your daughter at all. You've been gone away from her all this time. And she was saying that, you know, I just wanted to be the mother. And he said that I opened that door for you, Anika. I never told you couldn't come see your daughter. I never said you could never have access to your daughter. I opened that door to you, and you in turn sue me, and you want to take her away from me. Like, seriously, what's going on with that? Like, he's saying that you dead wrong for it. So he literally made Anika look like crap on that stand, and I was so here for it. So it was like a victory, and everybody's all happy and shit. And then the next thing you know, we see that damn Ice Queen, Miss Diane, walk in, and I'm like, oh shit. So that immediately shut down. So now you're your own lawyer, but now your chicken's coming home to roost, because we all know you've been in cahoots with Miss Diane, because you found out that she was the one who kidnapped Bella. And also Anika was involved in this as well. So, you know, now your dealings with Miss Dubois are now about to come to light. So all of a sudden he calls his mother to the stand, and the judge is like, I thought your mother was in Bastille. She's like, yes, she was, but she came back last night. And I'm like, see, it shows right there that Dubois got loan money, and probably this damn judge is probably on their payroll somewhere, because she was allowing a lot of stuff to go down that a normal judge would have called out. So they put Miss Dubois on the damn stand. She starts talking about how the family is irreclusive and they're unscrupulous, and that they're very, you know, ghetto and tawdry, and, you know, yes, Bella's a sweetheart. I like Bella. And she's like, you know Bella? She's like, yes. You know, Hakeem has been bringing her to visit me every Tuesday for the past 5 months. You know, the whole time that Anika Bliss been in jail. And then she admits that he doesn't even trust Bella with his family and all of that. So we actually see the whole time that he's been bringing Bella, she's been videotaping all of their interactions. And Angelo plays the footage, and first Hakeem was like, no, you can't do that. You ain't got my permission to put my stuff out there. She's like, well, this is New York, and you only need one consent. And she's consenting, so we can use it. So they played the damn footage. He's talking crap about Lucius. he starts talking crap about Andre and Jamal, and then she was like, "Oh, there's another footage, but I don't think Mr. Hakeem wants to play that because it would be kind of hurtful, for his mother to hear when he said that he wished that she would go back to jail." And I was like, "Whoa." So this, and like the whole time before all this was coming out, Thursday was saying, "Is there anything you want to tell me?" "No, I ain't got nothing. She ain't got nothing on me." He's like, "Are you serious?" Because there was more and more stuff coming out. He's saying, "Are you sure there's not something you want to say right now because this not looking good?" And he's like, "I'm not. She ain't got nothing on me. She ain't got nothing. I'm not saying anything." Man, all that stuff came out, and then that damn Thursday's like, "Well, son, you just lost your damn daughter," and just kind of walked away like, "You asshole." And then now, after now when they went on recess again, man, you see Andre, Jamal, Cookie, and Lucius are looking dead down at Hakeem like, "You little bitch. How could you portray us like this? You literally talk about us to our enemy. Like, really? This is what you do?" And it was just crazy. And I was just like, damn, she not only put you out there, but then she even turned your own family against you. Because you was talking all this crap, and she literally threw it back up in your face. And on top of it, you decided to be your own lawyer. So, a lot of times when they say a person who represents himself has a fool for a client, Hakeem was that damn fool. At first, we was thinking he had an angle because he really broke Anika down and pretty much proved that he has been the parent and he has been there for Bella from beginning to end, even when Anika was in jail, and that he always opened that door to Anika, but yet Anika's being petty and she's being greedy and being a vicious bitch, and she's always doing. So, we got that out. But then, when Miss Diane came in, you knew, because even Cookie was like, "Are you sure that, did she got anything on you?" He's like, nah, she ain't got nothing on me. Knowing damn well she did. She even showed you photos of you being in the house with Bella and all of that. So, you knew she had something on you, and because you didn't come out and say anything, and you chose to keep it to yourself, you now kind of ruined, your situation. You kind of ruined the closeness with your family, because all of a sudden he's sitting there and Lucius was like, "Get your ass up." I was like, Lucius is back, y'all. He is not here for the bullshit whatsoever. So, then after that, we pretty much see after all of that, the judge rules in Anika's favor, and Anika gets sole custody of Bella, because she's saying that based on your own accusations, you can't really, it sounds that your family is not safe to be around this child, so we're going to award it yet, even though Anika has not been there. She actually comes from a stable family, and actually comes from a good community, because both of her parents were there, and pretty much she had the bourgeois supporting her, so she pretty much had the bourgeois black community on her team, so she was awarded custody of Bella. So Hakeem got defeated, but then all of a sudden Cookie was in the bathroom because she's broken down that they just lost the case, and then her and Miss Diane, and then all of a sudden we see Miss Diane come out, and she was like, "You know what, you unscrupulous, treacherous black bitch, how dare you do this?" And she's like, "Dare me do what?" I mean, she's like, and then Cookie was like, and then and she's like, "Oh my Cookie, aren't we using big words right now?" Like being real smug with her. And then Cookie's like, "I cannot believe you would do this. You would literally come back just to take Hakeem away from his daughter, really?" She's like, "Well, at the end of the day, the court made the decisions, but if you don't mind, I need to wash my hands." And then Cookie was like, "Man, ain't enough soap in here for your dirty ass." I was like, yes! Get her ass, Cookie! Cookie let her have it, and then Miss Dubois was like, I was like, yeah, bitch, she tore your mouth off. She lets you have it. Then we also get a scene with Chopper and Becky later on. You know, she's actually, you know, meeting with some people, and then all of a sudden Chopper's calling her over and everything. And then, you know, all of a sudden, you know, Chopper's still thinking that they back together or whatever. Becky flipped the script on him. She was like, "Oh no, boo boo, what we had in that studio was closure. I'm head of A&R now, and I think we need to keep a professional relationship, because that's exactly what's going to be. It's going to be professional and nothing more. So when I get a chance, I will, you know, get those. I will get those tracks that I need you to listen to. I'll have them for you later. But take care, and I'll talk to you later." And walked away, and we just see Jay Chopper was not happy about that, because it's like he really wants Becky back, and he thought he had her back, but she flipped that script like, "No, boo boo, we just had sex." That's what it was. I mean, so if anything, he kind of somewhat of a walking contradiction too, because you're supposed to be so holier than thou, but here it is, you getting all hot and steamy with Becky, and Becky ain't your wife. Just saying. You know, if you're gonna walk that, I mean, if you're gonna talk that talk, you gotta walk that walk. I mean, but at the end of the day, we're all human. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, bro, like, you just got back and you just kind of got it in with her in the studio. That doesn't necessarily mean that you guys were back on, but Jay Chopper thought they were. And Becky let him know, "No, boo-boo. I'm all about my profession. I'm all about my career, and I'm not going to let you or anything get in the way of that." So she kind of shut that down. Then we actually see the Dubois family, you know, cheering and everything, because, you know, and Anika's with them, and Angelo's there, and he's all happy because now he's back in good graces with Mom, little bitch. And, you know, she's all excited and everything, and then, you know, she asks Warren, like, "So, are you ready for your big shutdown for Jamal?" And then Angela's like, "No, he's not. He's kind of getting feelings. I don't really think he's really all that serious." And then he assures her, "Yes, I got it under control." And then kind of looks at him like, "You bitch ass." Because Angelo is a little bitch. And we just saw this in this episode, how much of a little bitch he is. So then, we see the damn doctor that Andre was seeing actually knows Diane's granddaughter. The granddaughter sent him to talk to Andre, and then we actually come to find out he upped the dose. He actually upped, you know, the levels of his medication. So Andre is about to go batshit crazy, and yeah, and he might end up killing Anika, you know, because he already a walking time bomb with that one. So that's gonna be crazy. And then we see where Hakeem actually, you know, with pretty much the Anika comes with the guards to get Bella. And he gives up Bella, and we actually see that as soon as they shut that damn door, that damn baby started hollering and screaming. So it was like, Anika is an evil bitch. Like, girl, you are so fucking messy. And it's like she's always putting herself into some shit. So, because you couldn't get things your way, you decided to use the Dubois to literally take the child from Hakeem, the one who's been taking care of her. After you gave the child to him and said, "Take care of our baby," you know, and you ran off and got caught up into some shit, and, you know, end up getting arrested and all that, and he took care of the damn child, and yet you would literally be a messy bitch and come and, you know, steal the baby from him because the baby doesn't respond to you, she responds to Tiana. And it's just crazy, you know, but yeah, it ain't over for Anika's ass, because Anika gonna end up being back in the hole yet again, because she always playing dirty, and it always blows up in her face. So then, we had a scene between Lucius and Cookie, and she was saying that we gotta get this damn baby back. I don't know whether we gonna need to go back to trial or appeal this case or whatever. We gonna get this baby back, and Lucius like, well, maybe we are gonna get her back. But maybe I don't think we're gonna do it with no trial, because I'm not sitting through another one of those damn things again. But what we are gonna do is that I want blood to spill like a river. You know, I want blood to rain. You know, because what I'm talking about doing, yeah, we about to get real grimy and gritty and nasty with this shit. Are you with me? And pretty much, you know, so pretty much he was like, yeah, we're going to do it, but we're going to do this my way. And that's where it ended. Again, excuse me for perspiring. I mean, I'm sweating this cold out. But yeah, that's what I have, y'all. If I missed anything, put it down in the comments. I'd love to talk to y'all about it. But yeah, this was a good episode, and I'm so here. And it comes back in 2 weeks, because, you know, next week is Thanksgiving. Also, to let you guys know, Star I'm going to do later on, because I only did Star. They pretty much had, like, the season finale of Queen Sugar, and also they had a special that came on after that. So I'm definitely going to be doing Queen Sugar tonight, but I'm going to be doing Star later on, because I didn't catch Star this evening. Just letting you guys know. But yeah, so subscribe to my channel. Click that bell so you get notifications every time I drop a video. Also, I've started a GoFundMe. You can check out that link in the description box. Also, like this video, comment on this video, and share this video. And I'll be back with the next episode of Empire. So until then, everybody, take care.